Welcome to our educational podcast series on economics. Today, we are delving into an exciting topic: trade and exchange. In this lesson, we'll explore why people trade goods and services, and how this exchange benefits not just individuals, but also entire communities. So, get comfortable and let's embark on this journey to understand the critical role of trade in our lives. Let's start by addressing a fundamental question: why do we trade? Imagine you have apples, and your friend has oranges. If you really like oranges, but have no need for more apples, trading a few apples for some of your friend's oranges makes sense, right? This simple act of exchanging something you have for something you want is the basis of trade.nn. Now, think on a larger scale. Communities and countries engage in trade similarly. They exchange goods and services based on needs and wants. But what motivates this exchange? The answer is efficiency. When people specialize in producing certain goods or services, they can make more of them than if they tried to make everything themselves. This idea is known as specialization, and it can result in better quality products at lower prices. For example, a farmer specializes in growing strawberries because that's where his skills lie, while a baker specializes in making bread. When they trade, both parties benefit. The farmer gets delicious bread, and the baker enjoys fresh strawberries without having to grow them himself. As we dig deeper, it's essential to understand two terms you might hear frequently in discussions on trade: goods and services. Goods are tangible items you can touch and see, like furniture or food. Services, on the other hand, are activities done for you, such as haircuts or car repairs. We trade both goods and services every day, often without even realizing it. Now, let's talk about the benefits of trade and exchange. First, trade allows individuals to access a broader range of products and services. Instead of relying solely on local products, people can enjoy a diverse selection from around the world. Think about it: without trade, many of the foods and items we love, like bananas from tropical countries or electronics from far-off cities, wouldn't be available in our homes. Another significant advantage is that trade fosters cooperation between communities and nations. When countries trade with one another, they not only exchange goods but also ideas, cultures, and innovations. This interaction can lead to friendships and partnerships across the globe. Just as you and your friend benefit from trading apples for oranges, countries reap rewards from their exchanges, leading to economic growth and development. However, trade isn't without its challenges. Factors such as tariffs, which are taxes imposed on imported goods, can affect how freely trade occurs. Countries might impose tariffs to support local businesses, protect jobs, or encourage consumers to buy domestic products. While these measures can help local economies, they can also lead to higher prices for consumers. Understanding trade also involves delving into concepts like comparative advantage. Comparative advantage occurs when a country can produce a good at a lower opportunity cost than another country. For instance, if country A is better at producing electronics but country B excels in agriculture, both can thrive by trading their strengths. This way, they each spend resources on what they're best at and trade for what they need, maximizing productivity. Historically, trade has been a vital part of human civilization. Did you know that the first recorded long-distance trade routes date back to around 3,000 years before Christ? The ancient Sumerians were trading goods with civilizations as far away as India. This early form of trade was crucial for the development of societies, allowing them to acquire resources that were not available locally. One of the most famous trade routes in history is the Silk Road. It connected China to the Mediterranean and operated for over 1,500 years. This route enabled the exchange of not only goods such as silk, spices, and precious stones but also ideas, religions, and technologies between East and West. The Silk Road is credited with helping to spread important innovations like papermaking, gunpowder, and the compass from China to other parts of the world. As we consider trade in today's world, it's remarkable how global interconnectedness has evolved. Nowadays, you can order products from across the globe with just a few clicks on your computer. However, while the internet has simplified buying and selling, many underlying economic principles remain the same. Trade still relies on the same foundational ideas of goods, services, and cooperation. Now that we understand trade better, we can see its impact on our daily lives. You might have favored international foods, clothing brands, or even technology that comes from different countries. Each time you enjoy these items, you are experiencing the benefits of trade and exchange. They enrich our lives, give us choices, and connect us to the broader world. In summary, trade and exchange play an essential part in not only what we buy but how we live. It enables specialization, promotes cooperation, allows for economic growth, and connects communities around the globe. As we continue to explore economics, keep in mind how every trade you make, big or small, is a part of a much larger system that influences countless lives. To recap, we've learned about the core reasons why people trade and the many benefits that come from trade and exchange. We discovered that through cooperation, specialization, and access to a variety of goods and services, trade has a profound influence on our lives and our world. Moreover, we explored historical trade routes like the Silk Road and how they shaped our global landscape today. Thank you for joining us today on this exploration of trade and exchange. We hope you enjoyed the lesson and feel more informed about how trade impacts both individuals and communities. Keep thinking about the ways you interact with trade in your daily life. Until next time, take care and keep exploring the fascinating world of economics.